Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing not just one moon, but two moons shining bright. What if Earth gained a second moon? This fascinating concept raises many questions. How would our world change if we had another companion orbiting us? Would our tides be affected? The pull of gravity from two moons would certainly influence ocean currents and waves. Imagine nighttime with two glowing moons. Would it make our nights brighter or more mysterious? In different cultures, moons symbolize various things. How would having two moons change our myths and stories about the sky? What about our wildlife? Many animals use the moon for navigation. Would they adapt to a second moon in the sky? The movement of the moons would create complex gravitational interactions. What would that mean for Earth's rotation? Having a second moon could alter our seasons. The climate might become more unpredictable. Our calendar systems might need to change too, with lunar cycles overlapping. Could we end up with a whole new way to keep track of time? Astronomy enthusiasts would have a field day. Two moons would change the way we view the universe. Two moons could bring new possibilities for exploration. What if we established a base on one of them? Imagine how science fiction movies would change, featuring two moons in dramatic battles or romantic settings. It's a new world to explore. Still wondering how a second moon would really impact life on Earth? The possibilities are endless, and we'll explore those further. Can you picture the night sky filled with tales from our past, where legends soar above us? Two moons would definitely inspire new stories and imaginations. Imagine waking up to two moons shining brightly in the sky. How would this change our understanding of tides on Earth? The gravitational pull from the moons creates tidal forces that shape our oceans. But what happens when there's a second moon? With two moons, we could experience stronger tidal patterns. This could lead to higher and lower tides than we currently see. Different phases of the moons could influence tide timing, potentially creating unpredictable tidal schedules that could confuse coastal communities. Imagine the chaos during a full moon. Tides might surge dramatically, impacting coastal life and ecosystems more than ever before. Conversely, when the moons are in different positions, the tides might drastically lower, revealing new landscapes along the shores. The collaboration and competition between the two moons could lead to complex tide cycles, with peaks and troughs occurring more frequently. Wildlife would feel these changes too, as ocean currents shift and marine habitats evolve, potentially leading to new species behaviors. Humans might adapt coastal infrastructures to cope with these changes, inventing new ways to manage tidal flooding and erosion. With increased tidal forces, renewable energy from ocean waves could become more viable, changing our energy landscape dramatically. Such tidal shifts might also influence weather patterns, leading to unexpected storm surges along coastlines and altering climates. It's not just the oceans. Rivers and lakes could also feel these changes, facing new flooding risks and altered water levels. As we consider these dramatic changes in tides, it raises exciting questions about how life on Earth would adapt. Stay tuned as we delve deeper. Have you ever wondered how ecosystems would shift with a second moon? Let's explore the fascinating changes in nature and wildlife together. The presence of a second moon would amplify tidal forces, impacting coastlines and aquatic ecosystems significantly. Increased tidal fluctuations could create new niches for coastal creatures, potentially leading to biodiversity increases in these areas. Bird species that rely on tidal patterns for feeding could adapt their foraging strategies to the altered schedule imposed by a second moon. With a second moon, nocturnal animals would experience changes in light levels, potentially altering their activity patterns. Marine life could also adapt, possibly leading to shifts in breeding cycles as the lunar influence changes underwater environments. In forests, animals like deer may adjust their grazing patterns according to new moonlight levels, affecting their dietary habits. Pollination patterns could shift for flowers that rely on specific light conditions, influencing local flora and fauna interactions. Terrestrial animals may start new habits as the additional moonlight affects their comfort levels at night, impacting mating rituals. Human interaction with wildlife might change too, as the altered light and tidal patterns affect how people engage with nature. The interactions in nature could lead to unexpected relationships forming, as species adapt and evolve to this new lunar dynamic. Climate impact could also change animal migration paths as a second moon affects weather patterns, illustrating nature's adaptability. As we observe these fascinating adaptations in nature, it leaves us questioning, what other surprises could a second moon reveal about our planet's ecosystems? What if Earth suddenly gained a second moon? Imagine how this celestial addition could shift not just tides but the very fabric of human culture and folklore. Folklore around the world tells stories of moons, and a second moon could inspire entirely new legends and myths, enriching our cultural narratives. In many cultures, the moon is associated with various deities, and a second moon could lead to the creation of new gods and spiritual beliefs. Artists would be inspired too. Think of the vibrant paintings, music, and stories that would spread across cultures. It's a new chapter waiting to be written in our shared human experience. And literature that could emerge from the existence of a second moon. The night sky would change dramatically, and with that, our relationship with stargazing and astronomy would evolve in fascinating ways. A second moon might make our night sky far brighter, changing how we experience nighttime by altering our sleep patterns and behaviors. Navigating by the stars has been part of human history. With two moons, ancient navigation techniques might evolve into something entirely new. Scientific communities would be abuzz with excitement, and our understanding of gravitational forces and celestial dynamics would deepen tremendously. Cultural festivals may emerge, celebrating the two moons with events like nighttime parades, poetry readings, and artistic displays. From films to literature, the storyline possibilities seem endless, as storytellers explore the enchantment and challenges posed by a second moon. Environmental changes driven by the moons could redefine our ecosystems, in turn igniting new cultural practices around nature and conservation. As we imagine the influence of two moons, we realize there's more to discover about how our lives might change beyond astronomy and culture. What other unexpected shifts could come from a second moon? Join us next time to explore more about this intriguing possibility and its impacts.